All right, tonight's story comes from a place so silent, it makes your bones feel loud. A forest in Japan that's so dense, so still, so overwhelmingly quiet, it's said that if you stand alone long enough, you can hear your own heartbeat echo. A place where compasses spin, where paths seem to rearrange themselves, where people vanish without a trace. I'm talking about Aokigahara, the suicide forest. And what I'm about to tell you happened to an ordinary traveler who thought he was just going on a solo hike.
You're already giving me chills, and also warning vibes. Like, why would anyone go there alone?
Exactly. But the thing is, people do. And that is where this story begins. So, picture this. A guy named Ryan, 32, graphic designer, frequent traveler, loves photography, no history of anything dark. Just a normal guy who booked a trip to Japan because he saw a stunning picture of Mount Fuji at sunrise. He spends a week exploring temples, ramen shops, arcades, and on his final day, he decides, hey, I'll hit one last hiking spot before my flight home.
Please tell me it wasn't Aokigahara.
Oh, it was. He didn't know the forest by reputation. He'd just seen it on a travel blog as a beautiful moss-covered trail with volcanic rock formations. Totally innocent.
That's like walking into a horror movie without reading the title.
Exactly. He rented a cheap car, parked at the trailhead, and walked in with just a camera, a bottle of water, and a bag of snacks. By 3 p.m., he was deep inside. Too deep. Ryan described the forest as unnaturally quiet, like the trees were absorbing sound, like the air was thick enough to muffle footsteps.
I've heard people say it feels wrongly quiet, that the forest feels heavy.
Yeah. He said he'd try to record birds or wind, but every sound just faded out. And then he started noticing things. Ropes tied to trees, bright ribbons wrapped around roots, old tents half sunk into the moss.
That's when a normal person turns around.
He tried. He swears he retraced his steps, but the trees looked different. The trail was gone. Even the color of the light changed, from a warm afternoon glow to this bluish late evening haze.
That fast?
Like the forest swallowed the sun. He checked his phone, no service, opened his compass app, the arrow spun like a fan. That's when he heard it. At first, it was faint, like someone humming. A woman's voice, drifting between the trees.
Please tell me this is where he runs.
He didn't. He thought maybe someone needed help, so he called out, "Hey, are you okay?" And the humming instantly stopped. Then the voice replied, in perfect English.
No, that's not even subtle.
Ryan froze. He said he didn't recognize the voice, but something about it felt familiar, like a memory he couldn't place. He called out again, "I'm lost. Can you show me the way out?" And the voice said, "But you came here to find me."
Absolutely not. This is where the GPS magically starts working and I teleport home.
Ryan backed up, pulled out his phone's flashlight, and that's when he saw her. A woman standing between the trees, still, shadowed, head tilted, almost curious. Her clothes were modern. Her hair was long, dark, hanging forward, but her face was completely hidden.
I'm feeling sick.
I aimed the light at her face, and the beam flickered, like the forest didn't want him to see her clearly. She didn't move, didn't step closer, but her head lifted just slightly, and Ryan said his stomach dropped. He knew her. Not personally, but he recognized her face. She was the woman from his dream. The same dream he'd been having for months.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Ryan had been having this recurring dream, a woman standing in a forest, half turned away, whispering something he could never hear. Every month, Same dream, same woman, same trees. He always brushed it off, thought it was just stress, until now.
So he thinks he manifested her, or she was calling him?
Maybe both. She stepped forward, slow, each step falling silent on the moss, and she whispered, "You said you'd come back for me."
Back? What does that even mean?
Ryan ran, blindly, branches tearing at his clothes, roots grabbing his shoes. The forest felt like it was closing in, like the trees were leaning closer. Behind him, he heard her footsteps, but they didn't sound human, more like something dragging across leaves. He didn't look back, not once. And then, through the trees, he saw headlights. A parked car, a real dirt path, a voice yelling, "Hey, over here!" A local ranger spotted him stumbling out of the forest at sunset.
So he made it out? What about the woman?
Here's the disturbing part. When Ryan told the ranger what happened, the ranger didn't look surprised, not even shaken. He just said, "People don't get lost in that forest by accident. They're called in." And then he added, "Next time you dream of her, don't answer."
Oh my God.
I should not know what that feels like. Ryan went back home, safe, alive. But he says every few weeks, he has that same dream again. The woman, her whisper, the trees behind her, and only now, she's closer than before, half a step, then one step, then two. And last month, Ryan said she finally lifted her face toward him and smiled. This has been tonight's story. If you ever visit Aokigahara, stay on the marked paths. Never wander alone. And if you hear someone calling your name, don't answer.
I'm never sleeping again.